Today's episode includes themes of mental health crises, self-harm, and substance use, which may be difficult for some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. If you or someone you know is struggling, you're not alone. Support is available.
No matter how hard I tried, it just wasn't enough.
We see the Lorenzo who's an actor on TV. Who is Lorenzo when the cameras go off? Release for 5. This time, he's not acting. This role, it's real.
Trying to be everything for everybody.
The strong one, the steady one, the one who held it all together until the scene fell apart.
I actually tried to commit suicide twice. Obviously I'm still here, so God had another plan.
Homeless, hurt, and haunted by past trauma that told him he wasn't worthy of love.
Somebody's starting to love himself now. You know what I mean?
From the valley to the mountaintop, from never enough to more than enough.
Mental health matters. Your life matters. And if you feel like nobody, believes that, you should believe that for yourself.
I'm more than enough.
This is the role of a lifetime, the one he's playing in his own healing.
I'm working on seeing myself. I'm working on seeing me.
Lorenzo James Darden Jr. invites us behind the curtain on a journey from scene to scene. Meet Lorenzo James Darden Jr., actor.
Yes, you do remember I was 6 years old. No, you listen to me.
Model. Mental health advocate. A man of many roles, including one of his favorites. Father. You might have seen him on networks like Oxygen or TV One, or in one of your favorite true crime docuseries.
Get some good stuff.
He's even appeared in multiple Super Bowl commercials. But behind the lights, the scripts, and the cameras, there's a story few know until now. Today,
Hello.
What you doing?
Lorenzo takes us behind the scenes, not of a production, but of his life. So tell me about you. Who is Lorenzo James Darden?
So Lorenzo, that's the alpha. That's the leader. Very tenacious. Go-getter, strong. James is the more quiet, transparent, individual that stays balanced and mellow. Darden is the backbone, because it's to me it represents a legacy. The men who came before me, and what they stood on it. I'm just trying to continue that legacy.
What inspired you to become an actor? Tell me about that.
I've been wanting to do that since I was a kid. Anytime that I would watch a movie, I'm always mimicking how they portray the role. So as I got older, I was like, I think I could really do this. It's kind of like a safe haven for me. You know what I mean? It helps you to kind of really tap in. Tap into a side of yourself that you kind of always wanted to do. You just didn't know how. So acting gave me that outlet to do that.
We see the Lorenzo who's an actor on TV. Who is Lorenzo when the cameras go off?
Lorenzo is still in self-discovery mode, trying to figure out what makes him happy. Just on a healing path. Because I've been living through the lives of a lot of people for years, so it's, I'm at a point I just want to find out who I am now.
You didn't provide that safe space for my vulnerability, and that's why I shut down.
Out of that shutdown, Lorenzo turned to mental health advocacy and created the Let That Marinate podcast and community. But this safe space was born from a dark place.
I think the first time that it really hit me that I was battling with depression. I just remember sitting in my room one day, I just broke down. It just came out of nowhere. It kept hitting me. Realized that I was just not happy. You know, a lot of things that I was doing ever since childhood. You know, trying to be everything for everybody. This was in 2020. I actually tried to commit suicide twice. I was just like, yeah, I don't see the point. I was married at the time. Things were falling apart. Nobody cares. Nobody feels like I'm good enough. Even if I do, you know, try my best to, you know, do what I can, it's still never enough, okay? I felt like I was enough for my dad. That's what I was battling for a long time. Feeling inadequate, feeling like I'm not enough. And just go ahead and pop these pills, you know, and get this knife, and, you know what I'm saying? Let me just get out of it. Took a whole bottle of pills, alcohol, even tried to stab myself. That didn't work. You know, obviously I'm still here, so, you know, God had another plan. I was like, you know what, I really need to, you know, do something about this, because I don't want to have to keep going like this, you know, especially when it comes to my kids. When my kids found out, they were extremely sad and didn't want them to go through that again, you know, going through all that alone. And it's like, I always wanted to know why was that? You know, why is it when, you know, when a man, when he's going through that sort of thing, why does it seem like no one's available?
Nearly 80% of all lives lost to suicide in the U.S. are men, though men make up slightly less than half of the population. About 1 in 3 adults report feeling lonely, and men's close friendships are shrinking. Only 27% of men in 2021 said they had 6 or more close friends, down from 55% in 1990.
So because of that, you know, I've always, you know, encouraged men, black men especially. First of all, there's nothing wrong with admit, you know, that you're struggling mentally. It's better to talk about it. It's better to, you know, release than to hold it in. You know, because at some point you're just gonna explode or you're gonna implode. Mental health matters. Your life matters. And if you feel like nobody, you know, believes that, you should believe that for yourself.
I want to say I'm grateful, God, you're here. For a man who is going through that same thing you went through, what is your message for him right now?
My message is that you are enough, regardless of how the world tries to make you look. You're doing a damn good job, but I need you to see it for yourself, though.
What was that turning point for Lorenzo?
You know what? I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm still trying to figure that out, because I guess you could say I'm in survival mode.
And in a plot twist no script could predict, a pause in Lorenzo's gigs left him living on the streets.
I was walking all over the place trying to find somewhere to go. And that's really a tough thing to talk about, but that night, you know, when I was sleeping outside, I was like, I can't do this. You know, I gotta figure something out. I need God every day. I need direction. I need correction. Every day I wake up, I pray, have an attitude of gratitude, and just never stop learning. Never. Sometimes you never know how much you need God until He's all you got. Things are not as good as I want them to be. I'm just grateful that it's not like it used to be, though.
That's a word.
Homelessness was hard, but so was letting someone in.
During that time, you know, I learned that all help ain't good help. You know what I'm saying? So,
And that reminds me about what you said, kind of like where sometimes men may not feel the opening to ask for help.
yeah. And trust me, I wanted to. I just didn't know. First of all, I didn't know how. I have to hold myself accountable for some of those things, you know, because my pride and ego did get in the way.
He didn't only grieve shelter or stability. Lorenzo grieved the bond that slipped away long before his father did.
He would be, you know, he would get upset about anything. He would always project that onto me. You know, so we didn't really have the best relationship, but I knew I wanted to make my dad proud of me, and I wanted him, to accept me, whether it was playing sports, playing the drums, getting into music. I did all that because of him. We didn't get close until it was almost that time when he was about to pass. That's when we really got close. I wish I'd have had more time with him, because that's when he shared with me how unhappy he was, and I understood it then. I just couldn't understand it, during childhood. So,
Was it his own struggles with his own mental health?
his own struggles with it turned him bitter, turned him angry.
And you got the brunt of that.
Pretty much. And as I got older and I went through my own struggles with mental health, I started to I started to understand, and when we had that conversation, we unpacked a lot. And one of the things that he said, yeah, he was unhappy, and I was like, I wish I'd have known that, then, I would have had a better understanding as to why he is the way that he is. Maybe I could have been a better son. But, I love my dad. I hate that he's not here. I still struggle with that every day.
When you got that phone call, take me there.
I was actually there with my dad, and I told him, all right, Dad, I'm going to go do this filming and we'll come back and we're going to talk about it. So my mom had called me and told me that they're only giving him a week. All right, well, after I'm filming, I can shoot down there and, perhaps, see him. But then the day I'm getting ready to film, I get a text message from my sister saying that he's gone. I'm on set trying to concentrate on filming, but internally I'm just struggling. Saw my dad, laying there, and I didn't really know what to feel. I honestly didn't know how to, what to say or what to do or what to think. I just remember seeing my dad, telling him I was coming back, so we could talk. Now I'm looking at him laying here, lifeless. I'm doing something, that I love to do, and I was supposed to go back home and tell him all about it, but I couldn't. Still to this day, that's probably one of the toughest days I've ever had, so.
What's kind of coming up for you in this moment?
Just it's still hard to, process the fact my dad's not here. Again, I just try to be for them what I needed my dad to be. My son, he opened up to me about his struggle with depression. So, and he was sharing a lot with me. He's told me that, he's had thoughts of suicide. When he told me that, nothing else mattered after that. So of course I stay with him because I went through that too. Same with all my kids. I just want to make sure they're good. And if they ever need to talk, make sure y'all call me. Let me share my story with them. So, because he also told me that he felt like he was alone. I was like, son, you're never alone. Never feel like you're in this by yourself, and never feel like no one will understand. Because if anybody does, I do. What I needed, I didn't get. I want to make sure that they get it.
Well, I know we're just meeting today, but I know that you are doing an amazing job with your children.
I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Deep breath.
Yeah. Woo!
So I will say sometimes when we're so deep into our stuff, we can't see the forest for the trees. And sometimes we do kind of have to go to 35,000 feet to take a look from above. And so that's actually what we're getting ready to do now. So let's get up and go do that.
Let's go.
Like this road up Lookout Mountain, healing isn't always a straight shot. Neither is grief. There are twists, turns, moments you double back, and others where you feel completely lost. When you're in the maze, it's hard to see the full picture, but from above, the way through becomes a little clearer. So that's what we came to do. And while Lookout Mountain might not take us to 35,000 feet, it was close enough. Close enough to speak the words that might have been left unsaid. Close enough for healing to begin. And close enough to rewrite the script so Lorenzo could move forward with peace, with clarity, and with purpose.
I feel like you've been in a valley at one point in your life.
Yeah.
And for us to be on the mountaintop and looking at the valley, what comes to you as you think about when you were in that valley?
It looks like basically nowhere to go.
Mm-hmm.
It was just that, looking up, wanting to see this, but I knew that it was going to take some time for me to come out of that valley and just try to make my way up here.
What was that valley for, Lorenzo?
It was a combination of a lot of stuff. I was still like battling with trauma, childhood traumas, things of that nature, and as I said before, just not feeling like I was enough, and it just felt like the things that I was, going through, validated that, me not feeling like I was enough. So I guess you could say I've been in a valley since I was a kid. That's what it felt like. You couldn't really see me, but I was down there. I was in that space. You know what I mean? And it's like I'm down there looking up for help. But I felt like the help I really needed, I didn't think it could see me. You know what I mean? So
You didn't feel seen.
right.
Are you seen now?
That's a good question. I don't know. And for me, I'm working on seeing myself. You know what I mean? I'm working on seeing me. I'm not worried about, anybody else, seeing me through their lenses. I'm more so, more wanting to see me.
What does Lorenzo look like to Lorenzo?
A man who wanted to give up, but now giving up is not an option. It's not going to help me get to where I really want to be in life. I see somebody who's strong, tenacious, just somebody that's starting to love himself now. You know what I mean? That's what I've been working on for a while, just learning to love myself.
And so what I want us to do here on this mountaintop is to practice loving you. And so just for a moment, I want you to take in a deep breath. Release, hold it, and breathe out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And what do you sense? Is it love? Is it peace?
It's definitely peace.
And for right now, I want you to envision, we talked about the things that were left unsaid with your dad. I want you to picture him right in front of you. If he may have had a favorite cologne or a jacket you always saw him wearing, or a smile, or even a reaction that you always saw. And with the things unsaid, I want you to tell him what it is that you want him to know. What do you want him to know right now?
That I love him and that I forgive him.
Tell him.
I love you, Dad. And I forgive you. And I know you did the best that you could. And I'm sorry for anybody that's made you feel less than. But you'll always be my hero. So I love you, Dad.
What is he saying to you?
He's smiling because nobody's ever told him that. For me to tell him that, I'm sure I know he heard me. Because I'm pretty sure he didn't think that I didn't love him. I'm sure he thought that I was one of the ones who didn't see him and didn't appreciate him, but I did and I still do.
What he said, I want you to take a screenshot in your mind right now. And I want you to hold on to that right now. Because even though our loved ones, their life changes, but that love just transforms. It shifts form, but it's still with you as much as it was when he was physically here. What do you need to release right now, if anything?
Anger, bitterness, this feeling of not wanting love, because I know I do. But I want to release anything that's holding me back from having it and from giving it.
What's heavy here? Right now, what's heavy here?
Betrayal,
Okay.
being lied to.
Whether it's audibly or silently, we are at 35,000 feet right now.
Yeah.
And I want you to put it away from you. What does that feel like?
Feels like I can move forward now.
Where do you feel like you release something? Is it on your shoulders, chest?
Everywhere.
And even right now, I feel a breeze that we haven't felt up here.
That's my confirmation right there.
How long had you been holding on to it?
I guess you could say my whole life, honestly. Because I was mad at a lot of people for a while. You know, not just my adulthood, but childhood as well. You know, I know I don't want to be that way anymore. You know, because again, I do want to move forward. I do want to, you know, accomplish all the things that, you know, I'm setting out to do. But I know that anger and that bitterness is going to get in the way. Unforgiveness is going to get in the way. So, I'm just ready to let that go.
Did you let go today?
I did. I did.
And in this moment, we realized that healing isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet. A breath.
Hold it for 1, 2.
A touch.
This is the hard work. And that's what you did.
An embrace. Or a release.
I'm more than enough.
A scene where the pain may not entirely disappear, but no longer takes the leading role. And wiping away that single solitary tear was like wiping the lens clean before a new chapter. Or let's just say, take 2. Because around here,
I'm more than enough.
we say life, and then we live it. Until next time on Say Life TV.